Here are today's top stories. Severe tropical storm Opong raises warning signals over most parts of the country. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. orders sustained government monitoring and coordination amid preparations for the approach of severe tropical storm Opong. Malacanang vouches for the independence and credibility of the Independent Commission for Infrastructure as it yields more results in its evidence gathering. The Department of Tourism prepares the country's destinations for the ASEAN Summit 2026. The DOT also plans to conduct more guide courses for senior citizens. This is the Pna Headlines. I am William Theo. Tropical cyclone warning signals have been raised over a large portion of the country as severe tropical storm Opong continues its approach. Pag-asa said Opong was estimated at 335 kilometers east of Guian, eastern Samar, maintaining its strength over the Philippine Sea at maximum sustained winds of 110 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 135 kilometers per hour. It is moving west-northwestward towards the eastern Visayas, southern Luzon area at 25 kilometers per hour. Opong may pass close to northern Samar or make landfall over Bicol region on Friday and cross southern Luzon throughout the day. It will then emerge over the West Philippine Sea and exit the Philippine area of responsibility on Saturday afternoon or evening. In Luzon, signal number 2 has been raised over Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, Albay, Sorsogon, and the northern portion of Masbate, including Ticao and Purias Islands in Luzon. Northern Samar, the northern and central portions of eastern Samar, northern and central Samar, and the north of Biliran in Visayas are also under signal number 2. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is in effect over central and southern Isabela, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Ifugao, southwest of Mountain Province, Benguet, south of Ilocos Sur, La Union, and Pangasinan, as well as Central Luzon, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Romblon, Marinduque, Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Calamian Islands, and the rest of Masbate. Signal number 1 is also raised over most of the eastern Visayas, the northern portions of Cebu, Negros Occidental, Iloilo, and Antique, as well as Capiz and Aklan. Siargao Islands, Bucas Grande Islands, and Dinagat Islands in Mindanao are also under wind signal number 1. Heavy rainfall from Opong and the enhanced southwest monsoon or habagat are expected over most of southern Luzon, eastern Visayas, Dinagat Islands, and Surigao del Norte. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is satisfied with the government's disaster preparedness amidst the impact of Super Typhoon Nando and the threat of severe tropical storm Opong. Marcos presided over a situation briefing with the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council or NDRRMC at Camp Aguinaldo on Wednesday to assess the impact of Nando and prepare for Opong. Defense Secretary and NDRRMC Chair Gilberto Teodoro Jr. said the President was satisfied with the interagency response, including the pre-positioning of relief goods and equipment in typhoon-affected areas such as northern Luzon. On the other hand, the President ordered sustained coordination and close monitoring as damage assessment continues. Teodoro noted that power supply in parts of northern Luzon has been cut off, while the government is servicing some 7,000 evacuees. Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard or PCG said all units remain on red alert in preparation for Opong. Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Ronnie Hill Latorilla Gavan ordered all deployable response groups to remain on heightened alert, especially in areas in the path of the storm. Coast Guard spokesperson Captain Noemi Kayabyab added that all its units are assisting in preemptive evacuations. She said the PCG has also involved coastal communities that may be hit by the brunt of Opong in preparation such as information dissemination. In its latest bulletin, PCG Station Iloilo has suspended sea travel in areas under Signal Number 1. Fisher folk in coastal communities are strongly advised not to venture out to sea. About 1,509 passengers, 14 vessels, and 780 rolling cargoes are now stranded in seaports in southern Tagalog, northwest and northeastern Luzon, eastern Visayas, Bicol region, and northeastern Mindanao. 81 vessels and 20 motor bangkas are also taking shelter. In other news, Malacanang says the extensive investigation into flood control projects ordered by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is yielding results as the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI, is gathering evidence on the alleged anomalies. In a press briefing on Wednesday, Palace Press Officer Claire Castro said concerned agencies such as the Department of Justice and the Department of Public Works and Highways have started filing criminal charges against individuals and entities involved in the questionable and non-existent projects. She said the Anti-Money Laundering Council has also secured freeze orders on the assets of the suspected parties. She also added that Marcos Jr. ordered to ensure there is sufficient evidence against them and the public funds lost to the anomalous projects are returned. Meanwhile, Castro assured the ICI will remain an independent and impartial body even as it relies on other government agencies amid its investigations into the alleged misuse of public funds. She said the ICI will pursue all possible angles and tap all credible sources to complete its evidence.
Ang ICI ay isang independent commission, mag-iimbestiga at saan ba sila kukuha ng mga impormasyon. Sa lahat na maaari nilang pagkakuhanan, you just cannot get evidence out of thin air. Magmumula rin ito sa mga dokumento mula sa gobyerno. Hindi lamang yun ang titignan ng ICI. Lahat ng anggulo na maaari nilang makuha para makumpleto ang ebidensya, kukuhanin po nila. Kung may maitutulong po ang Senado, ang House of Representatives, sa kanilang mga naisiwalat na dyan sa pamamagitan ng kanilang pag-iimbestiga, bakit naman hindi pwedeng itulong ito?
The Department of Tourism, or DOT, on Wednesday said preparations are underway for Philippine destinations in and around the venues that will host the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN Summit, and related meetings next year. Malaysia is set to turn over the ASEAN chairship to the Philippines during the ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur in October 2025. In an interview at Centro de Turismo Intramuros in Manila, Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco said they are tasked to ensure that destinations, facilities, cultural tours, and the performances are ready for the said event. Frasco also confirmed that the soon-to-rise Mactan Expo Center in Lapu-Lapu City will be the venue for ASEAN Tourism Forum, which is part of the strings of ASEAN-related meetings. She said that the Expo Center will be finished by the last quarter of this year. The infrastructure, which can accommodate up to 2,600 people, is an anticipated addition to the growing number of meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions and event spaces in Cebu. Aside from ASEAN preparations, the DOT is also planning to conduct more training for senior citizens to serve as guides. Tourism Chief Frasco said the first phase is the training of senior citizens to be tour guides in Intramuros, and the next phases will include other destinations within the Philippines. The first batch, composed of 30 participants aged 60 to 79, will undergo a 56-hour training from September 24 to October 2nd, 2025. The Community Tour Guiding Seminar for Senior Citizens is the pilot program established under the Memorandum of Understanding between the DOT and the National Commission of Senior Citizens last May 21. And in our business news, the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, or PAGCOR, on Wednesday turned over 9 patient transport vehicles, or PTVs, to various local government units, or LGUs, to boost healthcare delivery in remote and disaster-affected areas. In a statement, PAGCOR chairperson and CEO Alejandro Tenco said the initiative is part of the agency's commitment to bring critical services closer to Filipinos in need as per directive by President Marcos Jr. The beneficiaries include the municipalities of Mataas na Kahoy in Batangas, Paniki in Tarlac, Bolinao in Pangasinan, Norzagaray, Bulacan, and Bangi, Carasi, Dumanleg, Pagudpud, and Adams in Ilocos Norte. Each PTV unit is featured with GPS navigation system, stretcher, medical oxygen, wheelchair, and first aid kit to ensure safe and efficient patient transfer. Since February, PAGCOR has distributed 60 PTVs to LGUs, public hospitals, frontline agencies, and military units nationwide. In other news, the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, or PDIC, will modernize its services through an e-portal project to build more responsive and future-ready organization. In a statement, PDIC said the initiative is designed as a one-stop shop to integrate its data systems and service processes into a secure, user-friendly, web-based platform for all stakeholders. It will also enhance the corporation's website to make it more responsive. Furthermore, the online platform will also support efficient fund transfers and paperless payments through seamless integration of a third-party e-payment channel, strengthen communication through engaging artificial intelligence chatbot, and ensure scalability for future needs. The project is targeted to be launched in the year 2026. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. And it is 91 days more before Christmas. Stay with us for more news updates. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.
Matapos manalasa ng Super Typhoon Nando, isa na namang bagong bagyo ang inaasahang hagupit sa bansa. Sa posibleng pagdaan nito sa ilang bahagi ng Visayas at sa gitna timog na bahagi ng Luzon, paalala ng DOH, mag-ingat sa panganib na dala nito gaya ng malakas na hangin, pagbaha, storm surge at landslide. Bago pa maglandfall ang Opong, siguraduhing ligtas ang inyong tirahan. Iligpit o itali ang mga bagay na pwedeng liparin ng hangin. Isara ang mga bintana at pinto at siguraduhing matibay ang bubong. Mag-charge din ng cellphone at power bank para may pang-text o tawag pa rin kahit mawala ng kuryente. Huwag kalimutang ihanda ang inyong go bag, pagkain, tubig, gamot, flashlight, radyo, ekstrang baterya at mga mahahalagang dokumento. Lagi ring antabayanan ang mga anunsyo ng Pag-asa at ng inyong local government unit. Agad na lumikas kung kinakailangan. Sa ganitong panahon, lamang ang handa at may alam. Kung kailangan ng tulong, makipag-ugnayan sa inyong lokal na pamahalaan o tumawag sa 911 para sa mga emergency. Manatiling alerto, manatiling ligtas. Ito ay isang paalala ng Department of Health.